Hi, I'm Ben Roberts. I'm your main host and part of the Conversation Collaborative, which is producing this Poverty and Wealth in America National Conversation Experiment in partnership with the National Dialogue Network. Thanks for checking out this video, which offers a quick guide to getting started. The purpose of this conversation is to generate valuable insights, explore initiatives that might have positive impact, connect people to one another in meaningful ways, and experiment with new approaches to large group dialogue. The conversation is happening in a series of rounds. We're planning for at least 4 rounds spread out over the months of September and October 2013. Within each round, there's a specific set of framing questions that will be discussed in small groups of 3 to 5 people each. Each group will then share the results of their conversation on the HackPad platform. You can choose to participate in one round or in many, and this could be a very modest amount of time. As little as 10 or 15 minutes of careful reflection might be very powerful. And of course, if you're inspired, you might want to get much more deeply involved. It will be very valuable to have some people participate in multiple rounds to help carry ideas forward and cross-pollinate our thinking. We're using a collection of hackpads to coordinate the conversation. There's a home pad that contains all the essential links you need to navigate around the collection. You can get back to that home pad through the words Poverty and Wealth in America in the header of every pad, as well as through back to home pad links that you will find throughout. Each pad also contains a table of contents on the right-hand side that is useful for navigating around that particular pad. And we're using these pads to provide general information, but they're also the place where you can have a conversation online or share the notes and the harvest from any live conversations that you participate in. You will need to set up an account and to have an online conversation or harvest from a live one, which HackPad prompts you to do whenever you go to hackpad.com. So how do you join a small group? Well, again, these happen either online or live. For a text-based online conversation, we're using HackPad. You'll go to the Online Conversation Directory pad and find a group that's forming for this round. Or you can act as a host, extend invitations to others, and convene your own online group. You can also gather your own group in person. Just think of 2 to 4 other people you'd like to connect with around this issue of poverty and wealth in America. Discuss the questions for the current round with them for anywhere from a half an hour to an hour or more. The third option is live virtual conversation using voice or video conferencing. Again, you can organize one yourself, or you can join a hosted conference call that we will be conducting on the Maestro conference platform. Now, every small group conversation within a given round will have a single HackPad associated with it. Again, these can be found via the Online Conversation Directory pad, which will direct you to the set of pads for the current round. For an online text-based conversation, choose an open pad or look for one where more participants are being sought. For a live conversation, either in person or over the phone or video, you still need to find an open pad on which to share your notes and harvest. You might also take notes there collaboratively during your conversation. It's easy and fun to try. For our hosted Maestro conference calls, there's a separate pad with scheduling and registration information. Please register for these calls in advance if at all possible. An additional note on this idea of harvesting. It's a critical means for sharing ideas between our small groups, and there's a special section at the bottom of each pad for this purpose. Use the HackPad associated with your group to offer nuggets that you think might have value to other participants. Think about what had meaning for you, what excited you or inspired you, and perhaps what surprised or challenged you. 2 more things you should know as you get started. First, there's an introductory pad where you can tell us a little bit about yourself, post a picture, share contact information, and perhaps let us know why it was important for you to be a part of this national conversation experiment on poverty and wealth in America. Second, we'd love for you to join our email list. We promise not to inundate you, but it's a very important way for us to keep you posted on developments in this conversation, such as the start of a new round or the scheduling of a new call. Also, the National Dialogue Network is conducting a survey of all participants, and this would be one of our best ways to get that into your hands when the time is right. This survey is our key to measuring the overall impact of the conversations that are being convened, so it's very important that you take it once our dialogue is complete. If you have more questions or comments, there is a lot more information in the HackPad collection, and there's also a particular pad where you can post questions, comments, or feedback for your hosts. I hope you find this Poverty and Wealth in America conversation valuable and engaging. It's a critical subject, and everyone's contribution is important. Thank you so much for your interest.